plaintiff, Aaron Hill, dated the defendant, and she claims the entire time they were together, he had another girlfriend on the side. After they broke up in 2011, Aaron found out she was pregnant with the defendant's baby, but he denied paternity. So she petitioned the court for a DNA test, and she's suing him for the balance due on a car. Defendant Chad Dempsey admits that he cheated on Aaron because he's not a one-woman man, but he insists she knew that he had another girlfriend. Chad says that he has doubts about fathering Aaron's child, but says it's because he caught her in bed with another man.
Start with you.
I met Chad in 2006, but he's been a liar and a cheater since the whole time we've been together. He had a whole separate relationship going on the whole time we were together, and...
That you knew?
No, I did not. Thank you.
How long were you all together again?
We have been together, we were started in 2006, and we broke up finally in 2014.
Mm-hmm. What was it like going together?
Oh God, it was horrible. I actually had to, I had to confront a couple of females regarding Chad because
that you knew about.
That I did not,
sir.
And I had to talk to them and go up to, and me and my friends had to see him because they kept telling me that Chad had all these girlfriends going around while we were in college. He actually had a baby that I didn't know about, that he didn't want to tell me about until I finally confronted him with that when he said, yes, I do have a daughter. I just didn't want to tell you because I thought it would end our relationship. So in 2008, after I confronted him the last time with the girl that he was living with, he told me he was going back to Florida and that we would work on our relationship when he came back. He disappeared. Stopped taking my text messages, stopped making calls, did everything. So in 2009, I moved down to Florida, and Chad reached out to me, apologized for everything before, and said he wanted to work on our relationship again. He wanted us to build up so that eventually we get married, have a family, everything like that. So I told him, okay. I said, let's work on our relationship. And pretty much everything was rocky between 2009 and 2011, with him disappearing at some times where I couldn't get a hold of him and things like that. But he told me he was doing it for his daughter that he had in Lakeland, and I just accepted that as the truth. In 2011, October 2011, Chad packed all his things and took them out of my house. I called him, I said, what's going on? Where are you at? He wouldn't answer my messages. He wouldn't answer anything. He wouldn't let me know what was going on. So I found out I was pregnant. And
That was in 11. And you all didn't break up until 14?
We went back and forth.
Okay. What was the final breakup about?
The final breakup about was he moved back in with the other girl.
Moved back in. He never had his own wife. Keep moving back in with other folks.
Yes, he was going with, you know, who? With your girlfriend.
I'm just curious, did you have your own? These folks wasn't moving in with you? The women wouldn't move in with you?
No, he does not. He was living with me, and he was going back and forth between our house.
I hope you ain't living off all these women, man. You're spending too much time chasing women and instead of chasing a job that might allow you to afford a place that they can move in with you. I hope you're not living off women, being a trick.
No.
Tricking off all your time. But I know that's not you. You've had your own place for years. These women have come to move in with you, and you care for them as opposed to the opposite, right? Tell me I'm right, please. I beg you.
Right.
There you go. He said right. Thank you. At his own place. Go ahead, sir.
Well,
go ahead. You give
Honor,
me some background on the relationship.
Okay. First of all, she did know that I was in another relationship
No, I did not.
with someone
Quiet,
else.
ma'am.
I used to drive the other woman's car to her house, and she used to
Her car?
Yes.
You didn't have your own?
We was in college. We was in college.
So she had one in college? Go ahead.
She used to talk noise and tell me, why is you driving that raggedy car when I can buy you a Lexus? So she did know that I was in a relationship with somebody else. And it's true, I did cheat on her. You know, I can admit that. I cannot be with just one woman.
Did you finish college?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Where'd you finish?
And so
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to. So let me see.
Where did you finish?
Sir?
Where did you finish college?
Oh yeah, U of A with her, with Aaron.
Okay. All right. Is that true?
Oh, we moved
No,
back
that's not true.
He didn't finish.
Actually, I was helping him try to get back into college when we got back into Florida.
He didn't finish?
No, he did not.
So I didn't finish.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
All right. I hope
Well,
you finish
anyway.
because then you can do all this mess.
Okay,
As
I
long
guess
as you
I'm
can
coaching. I
afford to
guess
do
I'm-
all this mess. Go
I'm
ahead.
coaching and stuff for that. Anyway,
So you all kept breaking up only
Yes, sir.
because you had this other woman? That
Oh,
was
no,
the
but-
problem?
Actually, numerous.
You had numerous
Yes,
women.
sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. So that's the reason why I left. Left her and went back to Lakeland.
You wanted to be a playboy.
Yes, sir. That's
Okay.
basically what it was. That's basically what it was.
Hey, Hugh Hefner, he's a playboy.
Hugh Hef.
Hey, I'm not gonna hate on you for being a playboy. The only difference is they can afford to be playboys.
For sure. And I can afford it too.
Okay.
Believe
Because
that.
she's suing you about a DNA test, so we're gonna see.
Believe that.
All right. And hopefully, if this child is yours, then you've been paying your child support.
Nope.
And so, well, you saying the child isn't yours, right?
Yeah, I'm just curious about it because I called it.
All right, so that means
I'm
that's
curious.
the reason he hadn't paid his child support, because he doesn't believe the child is his.
Okay.
Otherwise, he certainly would be paying because he got plenty of money. Believe that. Believe that.
Yeah. Believe that.
Believe that.
Yeah.
All right. Why are you suing him today?
I'm suing him over the 2007 red Dodge Charger. Pretty much what happened was our daughter ended up in the hospital, swallowed a battery in 2015. And I was in St. Pete at All Children's, and I asked him to come down for her surgeries and her blood transfusions and things like that. And he stated, I don't have a reliable car, because he had bought this old 1985 something. And
In 2015?
yes,
I thought he had plenty of money. Believe that.
exactly.
How old was the car?
The car was as old as I am. It's 30 years old. So he bought this old 30-year-old
Lying
car.
on this man. Right?
Right. Right.
Then the child isn't yours, right?
Yeah, I'm just curious about it because I called it.
All right, so that means
I'm
that's the
curious.
reason he hadn't paid his child support, because he doesn't believe the child is his. Otherwise, he certainly would be paying because he got plenty of money. Believe that. Believe that.
Yeah.
Plaintiff Erin Hill claims she found out she was pregnant with the defendant's baby after they broke up, but the defendant has doubts about being the father, so she petitioned the court for a paternity test.
Go ahead.
So he has no credit at all. So when we went to the car,
How you know I don't got no credit?
That's
have-
enough, sir.
So when we went to the car dealership, they stated that he was going to need a co-signer for the vehicle. So I said, as long as you make the payment, I will co-sign for you for the vehicle. When we got there, they asked for a $1,000 down payment. And Mr. Plenty Money didn't have $1,000, so he asked me, can you put the initial down payment on it? I will sell my 1985 car and I'll give you the $1,000 back. And I said, okay, as long as you give me the $1,000 back. So I put $1,000 down on the vehicle, and we signed the contract for the car, and I co-signed the car for him. And I have the evidence that
Let's see it. And how much has he repaid you?
nothing,
How much did he pay on the actual car note?
nothing.
Sir, let me hear about that.
Yeah, first of all, it was a gift. It was. She called me. She called me and came up with the idea of me getting her buying me a car to use to be able to drive back and forth from Lakeland to Tampa to help her with our daughter.
Why did you have to get a car from her? Why did she have to give you a car? You had plenty of money.
She called me.
I know, but you
I
shouldn't have
denied it
Did
at
you have a
first, sir.
car?
I did. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
Why'd you
did.
need another one? You should have said, baby, I don't need the car.
I did tell her that at first.
So you had two cars.
Yes, sir. And she
So-
got that one for me.
What about her co-signing for you? That's not a gift. If it was a gift, you would not have her co-sign for anything. You would say, give me the title to the car that you're giving me. Let's find out who the father is. And why do you suspect the child is not yours?
Because I went to visit her one day and there was another dude in the bed with her. This was 2011.
And what happened then?
It was a white guy, and the baby came out with green eyes and blonde hair, light skinned.
Ma'am, what do you say to this?
That's not true. He came
What
over.
part isn't true?
Oh, the whole thing. The baby is light complected with blonde hair and green eyes. But I did not sleep with that guy. He was staying over at my house.
A white
Y'all
guy?
And
was in the room.
yes, he
Y'all
was.
was in
And
the bed.
my roommate,
Were you in the
Vania.
bed?
No, I was not in the bed with him.
Really?
I wasn't even home.
Really?
Quiet.
Yes.
And Chad Dempsey is the father.
Okay.
Told you. I told you. Try to play me. I didn't do nothing with him. Told you.
And regarding this car, sir, you did sign, she co-signed for you, and it is your obligation. You've paid nothing. You've put her in risk of her property being claimed and of her credit being ruined. So even though only $1,000 on her part has been paid, she's on the hook for all the other monies because you've already breached the contract. As such, $5,000 is your judgment for the car, all right?
Yeah.
And sir, get your thing together, your lifestyle together. I mean, you're not Hugh Hefner, and you're not some of these other rich playboys. Playboys have money, or if you're a playboy without money, you're a scrub. So be a real playboy, get you some money, and then play, all right? Have a good day. Judgment
you.
for the plaintiff.
Now you believe me that I didn't mess with him? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have no problem with him. You know,
Yeah.
this is like my best friend.
Yeah,
We've been together for 10 years. I mean, going forward, we're going to be with our daughter.
Yeah. It is what it is. I'm gonna still be there for my daughter, and we gonna continue to be friends.
Yeah. We work it out.
Plaintiff Sonia Singleton says the defendant claims to be married to her father, but Sonia doesn't know if that's true because she says the defendant is married to someone else. Sonia claims the defendant has banned her from seeing her father, who suffers from dementia, and she also refused to give her father his medication, so she's suing. Defendant Brendley Clark Singleton says Sonia hasn't spoken to her father in over a year, and she only banned Sonia from the house after she filed false reports against Brendley with Adult Protective Services, claiming she was trying to kill her husband. She's countersuing for emotional distress.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I'm here before you today with a heavy heart. I did not in a million years think I would have to do something like this, but under the circumstances, it needs to be done. I'm suing for emotional distress because I have been denied access to my father by the person standing to my left. And I say person because I don't even know if she's married to my father.
Is your father incapacitated or something?
He has dementia.
Okay. And she's his caretaker and his wife?
I don't know what she is. I know she married him in '94, but I know she married somebody else. So I don't know if she's still legally married to my father or if she just committed bigamy.
Okay. And when you've attempted to see him, what has she said or done?
I'm banned from his property by her. I'm suing for emotional distress because I have been denied access to my father by the person standing to my left. And I say person because I don't even know if she's married to my father.
Plaintiff Sonia Singleton says the defendant claims she's married to her father, and Sonia says she called Adult Protective Services on the defendant because she was neglecting her father.
Where did all this come from?
As far as her not liking me, I found out, I think it was in '06.
Okay, and when did it lead to her attempts to keep you from visiting your father?
Recently. She left my father in 2013. She moved back in 2014.
Okay.
Since she moved back, I virtually can't speak to my father. I've been banned from the property, as I said.
Okay. Why do you think that is?
I was banned from the property on March 21st of last year when my granddaughter was abducted. I feel it was a setup. I dropped my granddaughter off to my father's property where my daughter had came to visit for visitation. And no sooner than I dropped her off, my daughter called the person to my left. She told me on the cell phone, it was on speaker, get off the property, otherwise I'd be arrested.
That's what I'm asking. Where did this come from? You have no idea where this animosity comes from?
No.
Never bothered to ask?
Well, actually, no. I supposedly said I was trying to destroy their marriage.
Okay.
This was years ago, which it festered. I didn't find out about that.
Did you have a problem with their marriage?
No. I didn't have a problem with her. We've actually lived under the same roof. We've gone out together.
Okay. Let me hear from you, ma'am.
I believe the problem started when she came to stay with us.
When was that?
That was in 2000. I invited her to live with us and her two daughters, our granddaughters, to live with us. And I was director of a charter school. Made sure she had a place to stay, and I employed her at the school where I worked. The problem came when she provided fraudulent application for the school, and I was forced to speak to her and ask her about the fraud, and gave her the option to resign or be terminated. She chose to resign, and I immediately went home and talked to my husband, her father, because I was concerned that, he wasn't aware of that. Ever since she had to resign from the school, I had to deal with disrespect from her two girls. She would come to my house, would be disrespectful, wouldn't speak, just walk in as though it was hers. I heard many times that it's my father's house and we're not going anywhere. Her father and I...
See, ma'am, she's very clear on why. You act like you had no idea, so I'm inclined to believe her.
That was the only issue.
You just couldn't tell me. You even did some head like that. Didn't you do that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I know you did, yes.
So prior to the situation at the school, there was no issue that I was aware of. And this has gone on since 2000.
Well, she said you have kept her from visiting with her dad. And so, can you tell me any instance in which she has come to visit and you've refused her?
No. She has been welcome. Even I've told him
right.
that she's welcome to come anytime because the doctor expressed how important it was for family.
Let me ask you. Give me an example of when she has refused you.
Her and my father went to Arizona. My father was left in Arizona. I was able to communicate with my father on his phone. As soon as they got back together, there was no communication.
When you call, what would happen then?
It would go to voicemail, or either it would ring and go to voicemail. I send texts and I get no response.
Okay, did you know where they were when they were back together?
In North Carolina.
Did you know where they were living?
Yes, sir.
That wasn't in the same state?
It was in the same state, but I was banned from the property. In
Legally?
March of yes, sir. If I step foot on the property, I can get arrested.
Occur?
March 21st of 2015.
She called the police or has a restraining order?
No. In the state of North Carolina, if the homeowner tells you to stay off their property, you have to, otherwise you can be arrested for trespassing.
Yes, every state.
Okay.
So next state over is the same thing. Up is the same thing. Down is the same thing.
Her and my father went to Arizona. My father was left in Arizona. I was able to communicate with my father on his phone. As soon as they got back together, there was no communication.
Plaintiff Sonia Singleton says the defendant claims she's married to her father, and Sonia says she called Adult Protective Services on the defendant because she was neglecting her father.
Ma'am, have you told her to stay away from the property, and if so, why?
I asked her not to return to my property back in January of 2015. She came by with her youngest daughter, and they told me that it was not my house, it was their father and grandfather's house, and that they're not going anywhere, but I am. But Judge Mathis, she hasn't spoken to her father since March 27th of 2015.
She said you won't let her.
There's no restraining orders. I've never filed a restraining order. She's never been told not to.
You told her not to come to the house?
In January. That was in January.
Well, what happened before then to cause you to ban her?
She came to the house and they were threatening to do some things to me and my granddaughter at that time. She didn't want me with her father. I had never done anything. I never speak to her.
She filed court papers to try and get an order of protection against me.
Yeah, after you kept showing up, I agree, but I need to hear something is missing about when it first began, the most recent issue.
Okay, in February of 2015.
Okay,
James was diagnosed with Alzheimer's and dementia in January.
Okay.
In February, Miss Singleton, I'm alleging, I shouldn't say she did, I allege that she called DSS and told them that I was trying to kill him, I wouldn't give him his medication, I was isolating him from family, and they investigated me in February of 2015.
Did you do this, ma'am?
Yes and no. Why I say I did not allege that she was trying to kill them. The only thing I said to them is she was denying him medication.
Where did you get that from?
From her and from the fact that she wasn't... Can you ask your question again, please?
She told you she wasn't giving your father his medicine?
She told me that when the dementia medicine that he was supposed to take, it was too expensive. It was almost $200. That being my father, I investigated. The medicine was only $12. When she left and was no longer in the house, living in the house in 2013.
No. 2015, you call her, and she says, the medication is too expensive.
We were at the house. We were conversating about my father's condition, and she stated that the medication was too expensive. It was almost $200.
She wasn't buying it.
Correct.
Okay.
He didn't have it. When I found out that it was only $12, got the prescription from his doctor, it was filled, he started taking the medication.
Okay, is that true?
No, it's not true, Judge Mathis.
Go ahead, finish with your story.
I was going to his doctor's appointments with him. The tension is so thick between us when we're in the room, to the three of us, it affects my father.
And it all started because of the medicine.
That's the major part of it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And your counterclaim is for what?
I've had 4 DSS reports. The latest one was in November of 2015. We weren't allowed to even leave the state because I was under investigation for 4 weeks for the same thing that I was trying to kill him. About the cell phone, because he has Alzheimer's and dementia, James has lost his cell phone 3 times. We just replaced one last week. So half the time his ringer is off, and I got a house phone so I can get a hold of him.
Do you have any evidence of those reports being filed?
I don't have any. I went to them and I couldn't get it, but I do have proof from.
You can get a copy of reports that have been filed and investigated.
Yeah, I went to the office on Monday. I did.
All right, and they just couldn't give it to you then.
They told me they were going to fax it to me once he spoke to their lawyer.
All right, no government agency acts very quickly.
Yes.
So
yes,
I can buy that, but I don't know whether it's true or not. Did you request investigations? 4 different investigations?
No, I did not request 4 different investigations.
Any?
I did not. Yes, I did.
Okay, how many?
2.
When?
I called Adult Protective Services because she was not administering medicine. In 2014.
What month?
I received a call in December. So it was December 1st is when I received the call.
What was the result of that investigation?
I don't know. I can't find out.
What was your next time? Okay.
Plaintiff Sonia Singleton says the defendant claims she's married to her father. And Sonia says she called Adult Protective Services on the defendant because she was neglecting her father.
What was your next time? Okay. I do believe that you have suffered emotional distress based on her...
Your Honor,
Ma'am, that's enough. You haven't been able to respond. Something's not going well for you today, but I am going to grant her $2,000 for those reports that you didn't even follow up to see what the result was. Have a good day. Counterclaim at $2,000. Yours dismissed.
A bigamist.
She's
So
done this.
you won $2,000 based on a lie, but you're a bigamist. You're a bigamist.
I hope you can move on with your life.
Bigamist.
I really hope you can move on with your life.
And I hope you don't kill my father. You already let him go missing in Arizona for 15 hours. You're trying to kill him.
He's
and
standing
I'm
right here,
on national TV.
being harmed by her
Okay?
now, verbally. This is what we go through since 2000.
You're a liar.
This is what we've gone through since 2000.
No, I'm saying
You got
it
a good
now
example here. I've
because
never
the nation will
attacked
see
her
who
in
you
any
truly
way.
are. Yes, you have.
I've never said anything. I don't even talk to you.
You set up my granddaughter to be abducted.
You can ask her father. He's
with
standing
dementia.
right there. He loves.
Now you want to ask him something? Why are you bringing him into it? It's between you and I.
No.
It's between you and I.
You've been doing this for years.
Plaintiff Sean Tatum says the defendant is his childhood friend. And while he is fun to be around, if his mouth is moving, he's probably lying. Sean is suing his friend because he gave him 5 loans that the defendant has yet to repay. Defendant Chris Napper says he and Sean have done everything together and have even been with girls together. Chris claims after Sean hooked up with one girl, he kicked his wife and their 2 kids out so he could move her and her 6 kids in. Chris is countersuing for unpaid wages.
Start with you.
Your Honor, this is my childhood friend. We grew up together from as early as I can remember. He's always been a fun person to be around. He likes to make people laugh. Now, on the flip side of the coin, you know, if you ask 10 out of 10 people about him, about one trait that would stick out to him about him, I mean, it's the fact that if his mouth is moving, he's probably lying. I can remember an incident. We were in a grocery store, walking around in the grocery store, and he wasn't wearing any shirt or anything. He was just wearing his shorts. And I thought I'd get a rise out of everybody and kind of pull his pants down. Well, I kind of squeezed too hard, and his boxers come down at the same time. So he was standing there, you know, in his birthday suit.
Nude, totally nude.
In the grocery store. It took him 10 or 15 seconds to get him back up, so he wrestled for a while. It was probably pretty embarrassing to him. It was funny to me. You know.
And did he ever get you back?
Yes, sir. He sure did.
What did he do to you?
He pantsed me too, in front of a bunch of people at his house one time.
All right.
Another incident I can tell you about is, you know, we was at a barbecue at his house one time, and everything was kind of dead. And, you know, to try to get everybody kind of motivated again, he figured he'd get a laugh out of everybody, so he jumped down on the porch and now,
Sorry I missed that barbecue.
and that just kind of gives a general idea, you know, what type of person he is. Another
I don't
incident.
think that's going to make it to television.
Another incident.
No more
2-0.
incident. No more.
That's it.
Let me hear some background from you, sir.
We have been friends, Your Honor, for a long time. A lot of that stuff he said I did do. We fought together. We've even had girls at the same time together. I used to get the girls all the time for us because Sean didn't have the game to pull them. You know you didn't. But he called me up one day. He was like, "Look, I finally found one, man." He was excited as all get out. And I was like, "Okay, I'm game. Let's see what he's got." So I met him. We went to, you know, the girl didn't look half bad. We went in there, went to the room, started to do her thing. She pulled the top half off, and a pile of dirt fell out. It was like a pile of dirt. She was like, "I'm sorry, I've been at the river all day." I was like, "Nah, if all
That's the best he could do.
That's what I said. I said, if all that dirt's up there, what's down below?" So, you know, I left about 3 or 4 weeks later. He kicks his wife and 2 kids out and moves that girl and her 6 kids in. That ain't the worst part. That ain't the worst part about it though. Last night in Chicago, he was trying to get me to find him some last night.
What do you all want to tell me about this lawsuit?
Oh, Lord.
So far, all you all have told me that you're weirdos and freaks.
Plaintiff Sean Tatum is suing his former friend, who claims Sean kicked his wife and 2 kids out of their home so he could move his mistress and her 6 kids in.
What do you want to tell me? How does he owe you for loans?
I got a breakdown of all the loans.
All right, let's see it. Please, Doyle. Thank you.
Your Honor, in 2012, his wife contacted me and let me know that he was in jail on a hunting at night charge, and she asked that I help him get out of jail because they didn't have the funds to do it at the time.
They don't just give you a ticket?
I would think so, but they took us to jail on the same thing. But anyways, his wife asked me to loan him some money so they can get out of jail, and then he promised that by the end of the week, I'd have my money back for that.
And that was 2012?
That was 2012. And then again, in November 2015, he come to me and asked me to help him purchase some tools for his construction work that he was doing. So trying to be a good-hearted friend. Here again, I was there to help him out.
How much?
The paint spray was $258. The towel saw was $248. And I have a copy of the receipts on those as well.
All right, let's see them, please. And next?
Next, he come to me November 2015. He said his wife's van was about to be repossessed by a title loan company, and asked me if I could loan him the money to make that payment. So, there again, I was
All
loaning
right,
the money.
and next?
In January 2016, he contacted me by phone again. He told me, he said, my wife's father's towel saw that I borrowed is in the pawn shop, and he found out about
And
it.
he never paid you any of these at any point?
Never paid
All
me.
right, so he must have been getting the girls for you to keep loaning this man money, and he never paid you. Sir, what do you want to tell me about these loans?
Well, I don't deny any of them, Your Honor, but I don't owe him the money. I've paid him back. He did loan me the money
When
for
did
all
you
of
pay
it.
him?
I've
Paid
seen
him
receipts on that.
Quiet.
May of 2015. I paid him $100 cash in Lowe's.
All right.
I
For
returned
which
some
loan?
stuff
All of them?
just to put towards some of that.
Okay, and you went from 2012 into May of 15 without paying him anything.
I've done work, Your Honor, for
When?
Sean Tatum over the past years. If I hadn't had,
What
why
years?
would he keep loaning me money?
What year? Scott told you why he
from
would keep
2000
loaning you money, because you bring girls, like you said. Now, when did you do the work?
The majority of the work was done between October of 2015 and then of this year.
That's my point. So you went nearly 3 years without giving him a dime.
I have gave him money here and there, off and on.
No,
not
I'm
big
going by
sums.
what you told me. You said you didn't pay him until May of 15.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because he never asked for it. He
Okay.
never gave me.
Oh, crap.
All right, well,
Oh.
that's your answer. Okay.
Numerous
And
occasions.
You need to spend a little less time with the girls. That you're not thinking right. For you to think you can tell a judge that he didn't ask for his money, but yet he's suing you. Go ahead, sir, and the other money's repaid. You're saying it was here and there. You can't give me specific months and years?
In October of 2015, I did some work on his master bedroom, some work in his master bathroom in his house, put a sink top in his spare bathroom, and did some ceramic tile backsplash in his kitchen.
He told you he would take how much off?
We had set prices for different
How
things.
much did he say he would take off?
The total that I have, I feel like he still owes me $602 because I didn't know him but 30.
Well, tell me what he said at first he would take off.
For the master bathroom work, $100. The master bedroom work, $450. The guest bathroom work was $150. His kitchen work was $400. And I also worked on one of his vehicles for $750.
Okay, so he owes you money. Not only did you pay him all off, he owes you money, according to what you told me. All right, and did you agree to pay him these things?
Sure did.
In exchange for the debt?
Never,
Okay,
never.
and that's your counterclaim, is he owes you money
Yes,
for
sir.
the work that you did, in addition to the loan that you paid back 100%. And 100% was when?
February of this year.
Okay, as of February, you didn't owe him another dime.
No, sir, he owed me
Good enough. All right, and he owed you how much?
$602.
That's your counterclaim, 602. Who has any evidence of any of this?
Your Honor, I have my brother here. He's my witness. He's the one that done the work in my master bedroom.
We were business
my
partners at the
bathroom
time,
and
Your Honor,
everything.
and we
Let's hear
did some
from
of
him.
that work
Okay,
together.
well, let's hear from your business partner.
Okay.
Come on up, business partner. Who happens to be over there? State your name.
Anthony Tatum?
The partnership didn't work out?
No, sir.
Oh, why? He owed you?
He likes to do things a lot different than I do.
Like work.
Yeah, as far as work, yeah.
What do you want to tell me today?
Oh, I done all the work in his bedroom and in
The work that he's
bathroom.
referring to?
Yeah, the work that he's claiming that he done. I done all the knockdowns.
But if you all were a business,
No, at the time we wasn't business partners. Shortly thereafter, we did work
okay.
together as business
All right.
partners.
What does your witness want to tell me?
He was there on some of the
Come
work.
on up. State your name.
Aaron Smith.
What do you want to tell me?
I did some of the work with him on like his vehicle.
On his place?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Plaintiff Sean Tatum is suing his former friend, who claims Sean kicked his wife and 2 kids out of their home so he could move his mistress and her 6 kids in.
Sir, do you have any evidence
Yes, Your
beyond
Honor.
your witness and the testimony?
I have a pawn receipt from whenever I got the saw out of the pawn
You
shop,
see
and
it?
I also have a text message from him acknowledging the money he owes me. On top of that, I have a witness from his own brother.
His own brother.
His own brother.
Let me read it.
Guys, you can take a seat. Thank you.
This is from Philip.
Philip.
Is that your brother's name?
Yes.
You have a brother named Philip?
sir.
He says, my brother has been known to be a liar ever since I can remember. He has been known to short people money or even not pay them at all. He recently had me and my partner hang a whole house with sheetrock and didn't pay us the $1,600. I've known him to pawn people's stuff at a pawn shop without their permission. That's called stealing.
It is.
He's told me about all the money he owes Sean and not paid back when he's had the money plenty of times, and how he's lied to Sean to buy more time. Anthony done all the work he's trying to say he done, and he has never worked on any vehicles for Sean. He's my brother and I love him, which is why I'm not suing him myself. He said, but I'm not loaning him any money, and I can't do business with him. Sir, that's a sad commentary. Your own brother saying that. All right, and then this is a text message.
It is.
Dated
April 11th.
April 11th of 16. Now, you say you finished paying him in February of 16.
Yes, sir.
And then he's handed me something from April of 16. Let's see what it says. When was you going to start paying me back for the paint sprayer, towel saw, Andrea's dad's chop saw, $400 bail money, $200 title pond money? I really need it back so I can pay my girlfriends off. So I can pay my Lowe's card back off along with other bills. That's that other bill.
Yeah.
You said you was going to pay it all back before you cut ties with me, and I haven't heard from you since. Your response: when I get it, Sean, you'll get it. I'm going to pay you. I'm not that dirty. Oh. How do you respond to that, sir? This was April.
Because, Your Honor, not only this money right here that he sued me for that I've already paid back, there's other money that I still owe him. He said he didn't have any proof of that he's loaned me over the years, like years.
So
maybe
that's the
6 or
money
7
you all
years.
talking about in April.
Yes, sir.
He just didn't want to sue you for that. He's just giving you a break on that.
Not the same stuff.
I know, it's not the same stuff. He just want to give you a break on that stuff.
I mean, anything. I can come over to his house and ask for
Oh,
a
I know, I
sandwich. He charges
understand.
me for it.
But he's not suing you for all of that.
No.
He just wants to sue you for a little of it.
Yes, sir. He's
Judgment for the plaintiff. You know that doesn't make sense to you. Judgment for the plaintiff. Your claim is dismissed. I don't believe anything you say. Judgment for the plaintiff.
It's more business. This wasn't personal.
it's not a friendship thing. It's a business thing. If I owed him the money, I owed him the money. We're still friends. We're always going to be friends. We've been through a lot worse than this.
A lot worse. Definitely a lot worse.